Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears up to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our country, our states, and sometimes around the world. In today's story, I want to get into this Bill Belichick, ex-New England Patriot NFL coach, 73 years old, and this relationship he has with a 24-year-old female, Jordan Hudson. And to talk about the optics of it, young versus old, the economic impact of the scenario for either one of the parties, who's winning and who's going to lose in this situation, and some of the legalities that could end up being a harbinger for Coach Bill Belichick. So let's get in. Let's get into who is Bill Belichick. Well, a little bit of a backstory. As I told you, he's 73 years old. He went to Wesleyan College back in 71 to 74. Bill Belichick is considered one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks head coaches of all time. He won 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots, along with Tom Brady. But he also won 2 previous Super Bowls with the New York Giants under Bill Parcells' tutelage. And, of course, the great Lawrence Taylor was there. So Bill Belichick has 8 Super Bowls. He was the defensive coordinator, I think, for the New York Giants back in the early 90s. And he got 2 Super Bowls there. And, of course, 6 as a head coach with the New England Patriots. So he came under Bill Parcells' framework. He coached Lawrence Taylor, considered the greatest linebacker of all time, and of course he was the head coach for potentially the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. So he went to Wesleyan, played center and tight end, so he did play some football, and then went on to NFL coaching. Well, what is going on with these older guys? I did a story on Shannon Sharpe and his 21-year-old OnlyFans girlfriend, and that debacle and chaos and disruption is taking place in that scenario, and the legalities behind that. You know, she's suing him civilly, but there could be criminal charges to come about because she has accused him of SA. That's Shannon Sharpe. So now we got Bill Belichick. You had Shannon Sharpe, 56, with a 21-year-old. And what is that, a 35-year age gap? And now we have Bill Belichick, football coach. He's 73 and she's 24. That's almost a 50-year age gap. What is going on with these football guys? Whether it's a football player, could Shannon Sharpe blame his situation on CTE? But Bill Belichick probably cannot. He didn't play in the NFL, but he's been a coach. What is going on in his mind to where he wants to pick out of all the women in the world? He's been previously married, has children. He decides to date a 24-year-old. What are these guys doing? Well, one thing I would tell you, as I'm in the same age group with Shannon Sharpe, there would definitely be a level of control. When you're dating, I think when you're male or female, it could be an older woman with a younger man. What is one of the presiding ideologies for doing that? One is control. When you're dating someone in your own age group, let alone if they're a professional person, they're not going to say yes to everything that you want to do. They have the ability to say no, which is one of the most powerful words in the dictionary. To me, 2 of the most powerful words are love, which is an action and a verb, and the ability to say no. I think you have to have the ability to say no more than yes. So many of these older folks are picking younger people because they think they can control them. But what folks don't understand, this is a different day and time for these young folks in 2025. Many of these young folks, they didn't listen to their parents or don't listen to their parents, didn't listen to their teachers. Uh, Many of them are not career oriented. There is tons of chaos and disruption going on in today's time with there are so many external stimuli with cell phones, iPads, the internet, which can be the devil if it's not used in the right way. So even though you have a wide chronological age gap, that does not mean you can control these young people. They are, in many ways, some of these young folks out here are the children of the corn, so to speak, with all the chaos and disruption that's taking place throughout our country. And you see it every day with crimes, people taking advantage of other folks. But back to the Bill Belichick thing, I think there's a couple of things that people are interested in. One is, why would he do it? He's 73, a professional person. He's going to make $10 million a year in North Carolina. So there's an age disparity between him and Jordan Hudson. There's an economic disparity between those two. Same way with Shannon Sharpe and his mess controversy that he's involved in. So you got an age disparity, you have an economic disparity, you have a maturity disparity, and a professional disparity. Bill Belichick is considered a professional. He was a head coach for many years and now a head coach in North Carolina. Who in the world is this Jordan Hudson woman? What has she done? Who is she? And it makes you wonder, even in the interview that they did, which didn't go over well, she was sitting on the sidelines interrupting him. It almost looked like when I said to you that you have an older person wanting to date a younger person to control them, but sometimes it can go in the reverse, where that younger person is controlling that older person. And where have you heard this? It's called elder abuse. Is that necessarily what's taking place? Is Bill Belichick in his right state of mind? I'm sure his children and his ex-wife and his family members, brothers and sisters, are wondering, what in the world is he doing? He is putting a lot of his reputation and his business ventures on the line and in jeopardy, dealing with this young person who appears to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And so you're seeing these scenarios. Same way with Shannon. There's some similarities between Shannon Sharpe and his situation and Bill Belichick and this young lady. Not in the sense of SX, but in the sense of just the dichotomies and the difference between the two individuals engaging in this relationship. So when the interview took place, she's sitting on the sideline interrupting. The guy was trying to interview Bill Belichick, and his girlfriend kept interrupting it as acting as his PR person. And we all know that most PR people who do public relations for celebrities and entertainers, you don't even know who they are. So her physical appearance being there is a little abrupt and makes you wonder. Here again, you're talking about a gentleman who's been in control the majority of his professional life, being a defensive coordinator, a head coach for many years, winning Super Bowls. You're talking a type A personality and a person that's used to being in control and telling others what to do, and not necessarily him being the follower. He's a leader. He's a wolf versus a flock of sheep. And now you have a situation where this 24-year-old Jordan Hudson is now telling the wolf what to do. And it makes you wonder, is there some kind of mental issue going on with Bill Belichick, or can't be a midlife crisis because he's beyond that? This is an old age crisis in the sense that he's 73. The optics don't look good there. So she made him look bad in the interview. They claim that since they've been dating that she has amassed over $8 million worth of real estate and it's all paid for. Um, and makes you wonder. Okay, here's the economic disparity, and is this economic issue where a place where she's taking advantage of them, because she probably would not have $8 or $10 million worth of businesses and property if it wasn't for Bill Belichick. He has a company, I think it's called Bill Belichick Enterprises or something like that, and she's supposed to be a part of it. So you got that issue. Here again, what is Bill Belichick gaining? There's no economic impact based on him having this relationship with this young lady. He has everything to lose and almost nothing to gain. Nobody knows who she is. She is in the spotlight now. Her name has elevated, and his name will start to diminish based on this decision. Then he joins the North Carolina football team at University of North Carolina, getting paid $10 million, and he brings her on as some kind of consultant with the North Carolina football team. That's going to be a big issue for the University of North Carolina, because now not only is the spotlight on Bill Belichick, but it's everybody he's associated with. Number one, the North Carolina Tar Heels. They are not interested in bringing Bill Belichick to hear about this whole celebrity, real housewife kind of relationship he has with this young lady. They want him to coach football and win games without distractions. It's hard enough in college with these universities now, with these NILs and these kids leaving, going through the portal, staying 1 year, leaving another year. This is going to be a tough situation. There's tons of distractions. If you look at the way she's dressing on the football field at practices with these young guys filled with testosterone, I think and truly believe that this is not going to end well for Bill Belichick. I think that there's a great possibility that she may end up having a few liaisons with some of the college guys at the University of North Carolina, which will lead to Bill Belichick getting fired. You're talking a 24-year-old young lady who dresses inconspicuously, and you're talking about a ton of 50 or 60 testosterone-driven football players while she's running around campus in spandex and running around the football field in spandex and short skirts and fur coats and all the things that I've seen on the internet. This is not good. But here's the last part, what I will associate Bill Belichick's problem with Puffy. People fail to realize the reason Puffy could not get rid of Cassie and the insurance company paid out the $30 million is because Cassie was an employee of Bad Boy. Here's the legal issue. That's what that was. So this was not just a girlfriend that was upset. This was an employee. Now that Bill Belichick hired this young lady to be part of his organization, she's an employee. And when this turns bad and he wants to get rid of her because there is no future in this situation, she can start filing claims civilly for workplace harassment. She had to do this in order to get paid. There was pressure for her to do X, Y, and Z. She didn't want to do it. You're seeing this in the Shannon Sharp scenario, the Sean Puffy Combs. And why in the world would Bill Belichick put himself in this same legal strain and situation? This is not going to end well, and Bill Belichick has made a huge mistake getting involved with this woman, Miss Hudson.